Good morning everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of the Arctic Advent. Just getting this little introduction out of the way and you'll get to see what I've been up to the last week. But I wanted to show you what I've been working on. I've talked a bit about my knitting and my crochet during the week as well, but I wanted to show you now before I start showing you the rest of last week's endeavors. The first thing I'm going to show you is my FO, and it's my Ursa. This is my third Ursa, and this is knit up in Patton's Lincoln Fog, and it's a bit more of a green than it shows up on camera, but fortunately I'm showing off this sweater as I'm wearing it in one of the days in my advent that you get to see later, and the color is much more accurate in that clip, so you get to see it properly. So that is the Ursa, and I cast on something that was supposed to be a quick knit, but I got distracted. Anyways, the last year I bought quite a few skeins of Area 51. Sue has to be a mule when I get stuff from them because of VAT and everything. I just buy the yarn, get it sent to Sue, and she ships it on to me. And I bought a skein of worsted self-striping from Area 51, and I started doing a hat, but decided that these colors didn't look good on me as a hat. So what I'm doing, I'm just knitting a tube, provisional cast on, and I'm just knitting a tube, and when I'm out of yarn I'll stop and graft it together, and hopefully it goes around my neck once. So this is going to be a cowl, and it's going to be warm and toasty and nice, and I'm going to use it when I go for a walk, shovel snow, things like that. And I'm so impressed by this because, as you can see, there's no repeats. It's random. It's totally random. I think I just started a repeat up here. This is the same as down here. So all of this, no repeats. It's called Advent to Spring, I think. I of course haven't kept the ball band because it's kind of a mess around here these days. I'm multitasking, trying to get ready for Christmas, recording advents, and of course, now that I've stopped dyeing yarn for the year, I get loads of ideas for what to do next year. So I keep writing down stuff that I want to do next year, and I've already decided I'm doing a traditional yarn advent next year. So watch this space. But that's a year away, but I decided to do that now in December. So that's this is all over the place, but I don't write show notes or anything for these advents because it's done on the fly. So but all of these are going to be featured in my first proper podcast in January. So I think the editing of this will take long enough. So the same goes for my Christmas socks that I was supposed to finish by Christmas. As again, I got distracted. I'm going to show you as my last whip what distracted me. So this is the home for the holidays from Comfy Cozy Knits. I turned the heel last night, but even if I sit down and just knit on these, I will have them finished by Christmas. I will probably have them finished before then if I just knit on these. But I'm not going to, because I got distracted by something I want to have finished by Christmas. By the way, this bag I got in the D-stash from Sue, and it's from Longview Creations, and I love owls and I love Christmas themed bags, so I of course had to get this. And my distraction, sorry about that, something fell on the floor. Nothing important, just the empty box that my microphone usually lives in. This is a bag from Bags by Awesome Granny. And in here I have this is sort of an advent project, because it consists of 25 different colors of minis. But they're not from an advent calendar, they're from Nora George's Harry Potter Blanket Club that I've been hoarding all year. You get 5 minutes every month. So I have more than 25, but I picked out the ones I thought went best together. And I picked out all the really green ones to send to Sue in January. But I'm doing the Radvent. The Radvent calendar cardigan by Amba O'Brien. And this is the right side. And this is the front. And this is the back. So the last 2 colors are only on the back. And on this you use 13 different colors, and I'm holding them with it with undyed Suri Silk Cloud. And this is how far I've gotten on the left side. I'm up to color 5 on the left side. And what I did when I picked the colors, I put out the 25 minis and I put them side by side to get colors that looked alike for every. So it's not going to be symmetrical, but it's going to be sort of symmetrical. And I've tried to get every other warm and cool tone. And I love but it's going to be really light and pastel-y for me, I think. But it's really squishy, and I'm probably going to wear it a lot. Thing is, I don't use a lot of yarn for this. I have quite a lot of leftovers from the first colors on the sleeves, and I got less leftovers for the last colors. Naturally, because the stripes get longer and longer as you increase up the sleeve. And I've decided what I'm going to do with the leftovers. And that's the it's called the Sugar Plum Fairy Shawl. I'll put the designer on screen. It's a pattern Sue gifted me because she tipped me about the designer, and I said, "Ooh, I love that shawl," and then suddenly it was in my inbox. And I'm going to use that shawl for the leftovers from the Radvent cardigan, because she has she has listed in the pattern how many grams you use of each color. So what I'm going to do when I finish this cardigan, I'm going to weigh all the balls and write how many grams there are on them, so I can use up as much as possible of the yarn, and try to get contrasts between the stripes. And that hopefully will be my Christmas Eve cast on. I just want to finish the cardigan first. I have to finish the cardigan first to have all the leftovers ready. I don't want to go into my full mini skeins if I can help it, because I want to use them for something else. And the Advent from Beehive Yarns is going to be Stripes by Andrea Mowry, because it's really, really gorgeous, and you get to see those, because every morning I record me opening the Advent calendars, and I'm going to show you the entire thing in my first podcast in the new year. Something else I'm going to do in my first podcast in the new year is announcing the winners for the Grinch Mail. I have loads of beautiful prizes. Sorry about that, the recording just stopped. There's a reason why I bought a new laptop. I still haven't figured out what software to use to record on that, so I'm still recording on my Mac with QuickTime. But my more technically developed son is coming here for Christmas, and I hope he can show me what software to use and how to use it. Hopefully. I'm getting at that age now that my children have to help me with computer stuff. As I was saying, the first podcast in the new year, I think it will be the first Friday of January, probably. I'm going to announce the winners of the Grinchmal, and the Grinchmal is running up until December 31st. Whips are allowed, and it has to be green or selfish. And I have loads of gorgeous prizes, and there are not a lot of entries, so you have a really good chance of winning if you enter. I might cut down on the amount of prizes if there are not a lot of more people that enter, because then I'm going to keep some of the prizes for later. But what I have so far is the Christmas Eve cast-on bundle from me and Jimmy Rousseau's. I'm going to show that on that episode. I can't show it now because it's a mystery. So, but because it's a Christmas Eve cast-on, it goes without saying you have to open it on Christmas Eve. But I'm going to show you that in the first episode in the new year. And I have a Grinch sock bag from the Tangled Skein CA that she is sending from her to the winner. And I'm going to have a picture to show you in the first podcast in the new year. And I also have a gift card for the Tangled Skein CA, her Etsy shop. And I have a set of bags, a Notion pouch, and a snap bag, or is it the zipper bag? I can't remember, for Instagram. And the hashtag is Grinchmal 2021, and it's going to be a yearly thing. It's going to be a Grinchmal next year as well. So whips are allowed. It has to be selfish, something you've knit for yourself, or something green. And so that's the rules. And please enter either on Instagram or on Ravelry, because the prices are really nice. And I think that was the admin. And the next time you see me, I'll be sitting in front of a decorated Christmas tree, even though it's only the 20th of December and not the 23rd. Because we always decorate the tree the night before Christmas. But I think I'm going to start doing it the fourth Sunday of Advent, because I really like the Christmas tree, and I always take it down real early. So to really enjoy it, I think I'm going to start decorating it a bit early. And of course, then you get to see it behind me when I record my entry for my last Advent episode. And that's it, I think. I'm going to stop blabbing now, because I have a lot of footage to put after this, so it doesn't get too long. So I'll see you in a week, or before that on Instagram probably. I'm not posting a lot on Instagram these days, because I'm saving everything for the Advent. Only thing I post on Instagram are things to do with the shop. By the way, I had an update last night. It took forever to get it up on Etsy, because Etsy is really glitchy these days, but it's finally up, and it's all stitch markers. So feel free to have a look if you want to buy some stitch markers. And my yarn inventory is fully stocked as well. So that's it for now. And the epilogue lady is finally finished, and I'll see you in a week. Well, here we are, December 7th. I didn't record a lot yesterday because nothing much happened except for me crashing. I took some pictures so I could at least let you know that I was here for the December 6th. Today is more of an eventful day, at least a bit more eventful. The first thing I'm doing after I've been talking to you is I'm taking my coffee with me to see our neighbor next door. I often do that in the mornings if I'm not dyeing yarn, just to say hello and talk to somebody else except my husband, because I'm not the most social person. As I've said before, I'm an introvert, but 15 minutes with our neighbor, that's not a problem. I have some errands to run today. I'm going to the post office to send off a few Christmas cards. And I'm going to buy a Christmas present for my oldest friend. We met when we started school. We were 7 years old, and we've been friends ever since. And I'm getting her a Christmas present today, and she's probably watching this, so I'm not going to say anything more about that. The Christmas present for my niece and her 2 boys are ready to go, and I'm planning on sending everything with the orders on Thursday. The deadline for getting presents and postcards and everything in Norway is December 15th, and every year I tend to get really close to it. I'm not sure why, because all year that December 15th everything has to be in the mail to make sure that they get it before Christmas. And every year it's like I think, oh, I have all the time in the world. But I'm getting that done this week on Thursday. And after that, no more deadlines. Except for sending out orders, of course. But December, unfortunately, is a really slow month. So maybe not a lot of orders either. No sense in going on about this. I'm of course going to record a bit when I'm in town today. They put up the Christmas lights, and it's looking really pretty, so I'm going to record a bit today. Not in the shop where I'm buying the Christmas present, probably, or maybe I will. We'll see. The Christmas cards are off to England and I'm on my way back home. Maybe I'll make myself some lunch. And I'd never thought I'd find it comfortable to wear a mask, but when it's this cold, it's actually comfy. Well, I'll see you later. Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday, December 8th. And it being Wednesday means we were supposed to go to quiz night tonight, but we cancelled. Because I felt like I was getting a cold last night. I kept sneezing all the time. And I was completely clogged, and we just told the rest of the people on our quiz team that we're not coming. And yesterday the authorities reintroduced the mask mandate if you can't keep a meter's distance, because the Omicron has spreading like wildfire in the south of the country, and they can't track and trace it. So we're heading into a new restricted period. For me and hubby, doesn't mean a lot, because we're not very sociable to begin with. But I'm constantly thinking about my sons that are coming here for Christmas and New Year's. But the most major, both of them will have to wear masks when they travel here. But there's not going to be anything more serious than that, I hope. And that's my coffee. And I kept thinking this looks like it's not level, but I think it's the perspective, because I have this fancy gadget on my mobile. I suddenly remembered that I had it and I can use it when I record. That keeps the phone level at all times. No matter what I do, the phone stays level. Just demonstrating for you. It was real cheap. It's not like it's a gimbal or something. Forget about that price range. What I actually turned on the camera for was to show you today's advents. Because I do this. Don't show you this until Monday. I can show you practically. I can show you all the days. The reason why I'm being impolite and looking down is because I want these to be in the right order, because I want to show you. You know, I keep telling you that I want to make a sweater with this. Well, that sweater is starting to look really nice, if you know what I mean. Let's see. That's the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. 6, 7, 8. Let me show you. That's the first one. That's the second one. I'm going to try to adjust the colors to show them justice, but I can't promise anything. That's the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, number 6. Can I do this one-handed anymore? Not sure. Number 6, number 7, and this is today's number 8, and this is what they look like together. This is going to be one beautiful sweater, and You see, there's not a lot of change. It's a really subtle change. So this is going to be perfect for a sweater. So I'm so pleased I decided not to use them for anything, but just put them at one side. Put them to one side as I was opening them, so I get to choose something special to use them for. And I opened another advent calendar. I also put up an advent mitten, but you'll see that at the beginning of the day. I opened Sue, the swap advent. It's a green 10-gram ball of yarn. It's another Dove chocolate. I hope there's one of these in every day, because I've started getting used to having a chocolate every morning. And we have this. It's a magnet in it, and I bet you she got me this for Advent, because you can see my refrigerator behind me when I podcast, at least in my most used location, so you can see what my fridge looks like. I need one of these. So thank you, Sue. I'm going to put this up on the fridge right this minute and use it for today's shopping list, because we are going to go shopping tonight. And I'm going to mail some orders at the same time, even though it's only Wednesday, because then I don't have to go to the shop tomorrow and I don't feel like going out. So I'll see you later. Bye. So this is what I'm doing with my time today. Instead of doing something useful, I'm winding up my minis for the Radvent cardigan. All of these are Nora George's blanket club for 2021. And I picked 24 that I felt would work for the cardigan, and now I'm winding up everything. And this is some cheap commercial merino that I'm going to use for the ribbing and button band and cuffs. I'm not sure I have enough with two balls of that, so in case I don't, I'm going to use something different for the button band. And I'm also holding this with undyed Silk Cloud. I first thought about doing one warm and one cool side, if you know what I mean. Or one side with pinks and golds and one side with blues and purples. But because a few of the colors are a bit samey, I decided to use every other warm and cool from the cuff in. And as soon as I'm finished winding up all the balls, I'm going to separate them into 2 times 12, so it won't be symmetrical as such, but the colors will sort of flow the same way on both sides. So that's what I'm doing with my time. And hubby is going, oh wow, the light was terrible as soon as I turned the camera towards me. Hubby is gonna be home in about an hour, so if I'm speeding up this a bit and stop talking to you, I might be finished with this before I have to start dinner. As you can tell, I'm having a bad hair day. Hubby just left for work and I've just opened all my advents. I've got 2. And I have started crocheting the mini from Sue into my blanket. And my crochet hook fell to the floor. So that's today's from Sue. And I've started putting that into my blanket. If you can hear sounds in the background, that's the oldest cat, thinking he's a kitten again, playing with the cat toy Sue sent us. So what else? I haven't got any big plans for the day. Tidying up a bit, making a few stitch markers maybe. I've been thinking about putting some more stitch markers into the shop. I'll see what I come up with, but the main thing today I think is to tidy up a bit. I finished my Ursa 2 days ago. It finally dried after blocking yesterday, and I'll be filming a bit today. I'll be putting it on and showing you what it looks like. So I'll see you later today. I just thought I'd show you my Ursa. It dried. It was finally dry this morning, and I love how it looks because I knit it slightly longer than the others, so it's a bit cropped, but it's to my waist. And the sleeves go a bit down my arm onto my hand, and that's exactly how I wanted it. And I love the fit, and it's really soft, and because it isn't pure wool, it's not as warm, so I can wear it lots. I should probably wear something different than a sports bra under it, but I don't care. I really love it. So this is what it looks like on. And I might even continue wearing it afterwards because it's a cold day today. So I'll see you later. Well, hello again. It's later in the day and I'm sitting here enjoying my knitting and some Vlogmas episodes. I need to catch up on some of them. So I am enjoying a cup of what we in Norway call gløgg. It's more or less glühwein, except I use water and not wine. And my cup says husarbeid er for de som ikke kan strikke. And in English that is housework is for people who can't knit. Words to live by. And in case you're wondering, I'm wearing my On the Beach by Isabel Kramer. I knit, I think it's 2 of these. One with short sleeves and this one. The short sleeved one I frogged. So now I have the yarn for that. I knit that with a set of 5 50-gram skeins. I haven't decided yet what to do with the yarn. Maybe I should knit another On the Beach, but in a different gauge, so it fits me. The knitting is the Radvent cardigan by Amba O'Brien, and I started this last night. I'm using my minis from the Nora George Blanket Club, Harry Potter Blanket Club for 2021. The Progress Keeper is one of the Progress Keepers that are arriving in the shop on Sunday night. When you see this, the shop update has already happened, but I'm putting quite a few of these in the shop, so there will still be loads of these left when you see this on Monday. I'm only doing a stitch marker update on Sunday night because the shop is fully stocked with yarn, so I'm just adding some stitch markers instead of doing a yarn update. There won't be another yarn update until January. So I'll just keep on knitting, watching Vlogmas, and waiting for hubby to come home from work so I can start dinner. Having one of those really slow days today. It's 11 a.m. and I haven't done anything useful yet, except for eating breakfast. Now I'm sitting here crocheting today's advent from Sue into my blanket, watching some vlogmases, and I'm going to do some stitch markers later for Sunday's stitch marker update. I need some more cardboard for the backings, so I might not be able to do that many today. I should go by the local bookstore because they sell cardstock and stuff like that, to get some extras so I can mount the stitch markers. I use cardstock on the back and then I tie them up on cardstock before I send them out. So that's the plan for today, and we're going out for dinner. We have there's a local pub, or local. We have to drive about 20 minutes to get there, and they have an Italian baker working for them on Fridays and Saturdays, making pizza and risotto, and the pizza is amazing. So we started doing that one Friday a month. We go there and have pizza. I normally have a pizza margherita, but they do a quattro formaggio with gorgonzola, and I love gorgonzola, so I might do quattro formaggio tonight. And if I don't record anything else today, I will be recording a bit when we go there to eat. So I'll just keep on crocheting, and I'll see you later. Well, I went for my run for the first time in over 2 weeks. I decided that I should just dress properly, and then it shouldn't be a problem that it was below 0. I mean, if they can have World Cup competitions cross country in 20 below, I should be able to run in 6 below or something. It didn't go fast because it's been a couple of weeks since the last time, but I'm back. So I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. Third Sunday of Advent, and I've lit my candles, I've opened my Advents, and I've made myself and hubby some coffee. And if you hear lots of noise in the background, that's Snape, because he did something naughty this morning. While I was making coffee, he stole my Advent Mini from Sue. I shouldn't have put it where I put it, but I put it on the same place every day before I start crocheting on it, on the living room table, together with the chocolate of the day and everything. I just put it down. But today was the day Snape decided he wanted it. So when I came back here, only the chocolate was left. There was another gift in today's advent as well, but that's already on the fridge. It was a magnetic clamp to put paper in. So I had to switch my torch on my mobile phone, and I lit up under the couch, and it was right at the back, up against the wall. And I just decided, okay, so I found myself the longest broom I have, and I took it under there and then pulled everything out. And there were more cat toys there. So if you hear noise in the background, that's Snape being really happy to see some of his toys again, that he himself has placed at the back of the sofa. But who cares? Maybe he was trying to tell me that it was time to clean at the back of the sofa. Never good to know with the cats. So now that I've found my yarn mini and my coffee is finished, I can sit down and crochet today's yarn. I could show you, of course. This is today's from Sue. So it's a little bit dusty, but it's been behind the sofa. So I'm gonna crochet this into my blanket now, and I'll probably see you later today.